Welcome once again to the Bolden Stadium. Welcome back to the Bolden Stadium as the action continues here with another crucial encounter. Group A, Tier 1, the defending champions Puerto Rico up against the Dominican Republic. Once again, our coverage is with the compliments of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association as well as the Caribbean Football Union and Flo, our media partner, along with assistance from FIFA and the Women's Development Program.
Not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it. Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power of football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do. Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game.
Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the voix.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Looking to put your brand front and center on the biggest screen in the house? That's where Flow comes in. With dozens of networks and thousands of shows, we can precisely pinpoint your customers based on interest and lifestyle all day, every day. From entertainment, sports, news, and foodies, we have them hooked. Contact one of our sales teams today. Flow, giving you a smarter and affordable way to advertise locally and regionally.
So we're just standing by here now for the two teams to take the pitch, and this is what Group A looks like right now. Puerto Rico, after 2 games, maximum 6 points, but they have 14 goals. They yet to concede. The Dominican Republic, similarly 6 points from their 2 games, but they have only scored 12. That's the reason they're in second place. Neither of the other two are in contention here. So it's Martinique and Trinidad and Tobago, high performance team, yet to get a point, both of them having lost to Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic respectively. So this is for all the marbles and for bragging rights. Essentially, both of these teams have already sewn up a place in the semi-finals. It's just to determine who will play where. The starting lineups for Puerto Rico, of course, we see Valeria Morel in goal. Caroline Machio is the captain. Alyssa Badia, Isabella Dorsey, Caroline O'Brien, Yamilet Diaz, Leah Nunez, Yasmarie Rivera, Mia Galiete, Kayleen Suarez, and Lelia Smith. For the Dominican Republic, Wadeli Garcia, Kaylee Dottel, Luna Camille Castillo Estevez, Renata Alba, Samantha Griffin, Delilah Ramirez, Delius Cyprian, Mara Torres, Zyla Chamorro, Camila Morel, and Camila Troncoso. So those are the starting lineups for the two teams. We're getting ready for the arrival of the two teams on the pitch, and it's all set. They have wonderful conditions. The sun is out in all its glory. Midday sun here in TNT as we get ready to welcome the teams with their national anthems.
didn't check out the tripod. And then to the light.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for the playing of the national anthem of Puerto Rico, followed by Dominican Republic.
So there you have it, the national anthems of first Puerto Rico, followed by the Dominican Republic, and the two rival fan bases are very noisy. They're really cheering on their principals out in the middle, and the officials for this game, Shalice Hood is the referee, Jasset Curry Wilson is the assistant referee 1. Assistant referee 2 is Michaela Ordain. Fourth official is Alvina Francis. Rody Richardson is the match commissioner. Sharon O'Brien, of course, is the delegate.
first.
And Oliver Joseph is the referee's assessor.
Con el número 1, Valeria Lazo. Número 11, Caroline Rivera. Número 2, Alisa Badía. Número 4, Isabel Dorsey. Número 7, Caroline O'Brien. Número 10, Yamilet Diez. Número 13, Lía Núñez. Número 14, Yesmarí Molina. Número 16, Mía Gaviet. Número 17, Kailin Suárez. Número 20, Leila Smith. Coach de Puerto Rico, Lefty Millán.
And now for the starting lineup of Dominican Republic.
Con el número 12, Wandeli Bonilla. Número 6, Kailin Lainez. Número 2, Luna Castillo. Número 3, Renata Rodríguez. Número 4, Samantha Santana. Número 7, Delila Antonic Ramírez. Número 8, Kailin Acero. Número 9, María Molina. Número 11, Silvia Marí Martínez. Número 13, Camila Morel. Número 15, Camila Hidalgo. Coach, Luis Yubares Sierra.
So there are the teams getting themselves all prepped up for the battle ahead. They know this is a big one, and even though both teams have secured safe passage through to the semi-finals, we still want to keep winning. So this is a huge game. Remember, in this group, Group A and Tier 1, Group A and Group B, the top two teams are the two that will advance to the semi-finals, and these two have done enough to secure their places in the Final Four. And good Molina just holding it up as they take it around the park. And a chance here now for the Dominican Republic, but still they keep probing, trying to maybe just get it into the up position for Chamorro, but not able to finish it off. So a good opening here, bright opening from both teams. And of course, the Dominican Republic will be hoping that they could really take down the defending champions and settle a score, if you know what I mean. It's a great ball, but a little too straight maybe, and too far forward. Not much that Alba could do about that to get there. So they're just kind of feeling out each other at the moment. And again, great patience being shown. And again, they give it away just in their own defensive third. So now they bring in problems forward. Oh, that's a great ball. In between it comes, is the return ball there, but she just over pushes it, and it goes to Norts there. So O'Brien looked up, but she couldn't find anybody that she wanted to pass the ball to. And now they're just setting the trap here, shadowing up, and of course coming back for it here is Dottle, the captain. She plays a nice little ball forward, helped on by Chamorro, but intercepted now. Time and space down that right hand side, and it's a great opportunity. Can she get the cross in? She thought about it at first and then decided to go back. Chamorro plays it back into her, but she cannot get the handle on it. Torres showing good patience here both teams look very accomplished. Chamorro doing good work again. But they're losing out in Galiete. Trying to mix it up. And they give it away. Now a chance here for them. Can Ramirez get it? But again, a bit hurriedly. She tries to release it. But obviously way too early. So they're just playing with it, trying to really pick their passes. They're not trying to waste too much. And here we go again. Opportunity to run here now, Morel. But again, good aggressive work down that left-hand side. Molina and company, very businesslike. So let's see what happens with this corner. Up high one, very high, and nobody could get it. Torres trying to keep it in and unable to do so in the end. So very high kick, kind of hung up there in the breeze. So, and I suppose if you're thinking of the standard, I would imagine all the other teams in this tournament could look at the display from both of these teams and see what exactly it is they're doing, what they're doing well, and what they're not doing all that well. But there's very little that they don't do well. Here's a great ball again in behind, but once again covering quickly is Estevez. And but they're relentless, Puerto Rico. They come again, and this time it's taken away by Santana. Out it goes, but they're not out of the woods yet. And another opportunity to send it across with the outside of the boot. And well, she had the opportunity there, and she just couldn't pull the trigger. That ball was rolled nicely across the face of the goal. A great opportunity there, and Nunez couldn't finish the job. She might get another chance here though. This is a nice little ball inside again, and still battling there, Nunez, as they bring it out, and Chamorro brought down though, and that one is not going to trouble Garcia at all. And that's a good kick now. It sets her on her way quickly now. Molina having to retreat, and advancing is there's Valeria Moral, the goalkeeper. So ball just played up in the air there by Dottle. Rivera, Caroline Rivera. Again, another opportunity, but again, they're having difficulty really marking them properly. Here's a chance here. Can she get the ball in? And it's at the back post, but it's too far. But you could see what she was trying. So they're building from the back. Both teams almost similar in their approach, coming out of the back. And both teams have had his Alba. Both teams have had difficulty. Chamorro trying to play a defense splitting pass when she needed to go around the outside. And the ball picked up in the middle there. Smith. She's trying to get it to really just trying to thread the needle for Nunez there.
Keep going. Keep going. Attract someone.
Good patience again being shown. She might be offside. Yes, she is. She left just a little too soon. And they had to bring it back, but good patience being shown there. Again, trying to attack them quickly, Ramirez. And so far, so good. Can she get a better cross in this time? Again, it took a deflection. A chance here, and it's over the bar. Well. Torres would probably won that back. Mara Molina Torres. The ball just sat up there for her. She had to rush it because she was under pressure, but she couldn't get it down. A little bit of a miscue there, but still able to do it back, and she'll get it again the second time. Well, she got that all wrong, and she doesn't give her teammate much opportunity there to keep that one in. Dorsey. So now a corner kick to the Dominican Republic. Can they break this deadlock here? Here it comes, swung out a little bit, just kept in there, but a chance not taken, but they're not finished yet. Can they get a better cross in? That's not a bad one. But the goalkeeper is right there to claim it. Valeria Del Moral. Still the battle, and that one played slightly behind. And she wanted it going forward. You could see how determined she was to try to get forward. Morel. Opportunities again now for O'Brien. Good movement again, switching Smith, thinking about it, then decides to hold on to it a little bit, plays it back, Badia to Dorsey, and Dorsey ready to return the favor. Instead she has Suarez running with the ball, plays a nice little ball in, and picked it up by Smith again, turning, twisting, but Chamorro does very well to come back and claim it, and trying to send Torres through, just missing out there. Ball played out just a little too strong. So still no goals yet, 14 minutes. And it has to be said, the conditions have gotten a lot cooler. So I'm sure the players are enjoying this. It was really hot this morning for that first game, which was a 10 o'clock start. This was a 12 o'clock start. So it's still hot. Here's a great ball played down that right-hand side there. Opportunity to try to get this one in. Good patience again from the goalkeeper. Another one into the space there. Keeper doesn't come though, but eventually going across and taking care of business. So Puerto Rico not able to totally break down the Dominican Republic. Good work once again from Dorsey as they turn, twist, and try to get something. Mejio, the captain, and equal to the task there is Castillo. So again, they're just having a difficulty finishing off their movement. So again, both teams just kind of jockeying for positions there. And the ball just sort of pinging around in midfield. And that's why this battle is going to be won and or lost for these two teams. Torres with the infringement there. So no goals yet in this encounter, and both teams just kind of feeling out each other. You can see the intent. They can pass the ball, both teams. They have good passes of the ball. They have good kickers of the ball. And they also have good dribblers. And it's up to which team here can execute their plans the best. Easily read and controlled. Alba quickly gets it upfield. But running back there and causing confusion inside of there. and making sure that her team comes away with it. Again, you could see the Dominican Republic not trying, but that was a dangerous ball, and she was trying to get it over for Ciprial, but the ball was just played badly. Now Torres, does she have the legs to get there? And she does well in the end, but couldn't get anything positive on it other than probably a little skin bruising. So that is the break signal by the official, the referee, to indicate that the players can get a little refreshment now, and again, some encouragement and some advice so that they can come back a little bit stronger. After the little water break here for these two teams, but it's been a good early skirmish, and neither team getting that sort of decisive shot on goal. To probably make the difference. So we'll see how they go after the water break. So the referee not wasting any time. She wants to get on with things here. Trying to make sure that everything is kept in an orderly and timely fashion. Ms. Hood, father is a popular women's football coach here in Trinidad and Tobago, former police coach in the men's football in the Pro League, and also national women's team coach. And he's held a position like that for many years. So you could just hear the support. It's like they're going crazy for their players out there. So we're back in action now. Lovely ball played down to the extremities of the field, just turning with it, Macheo. And again, showing good patience. This one is one back, and the two captains meet. Chamorro turning there, trying to get it quickly up to Ramirez. And here again, turning, twisting with it, Morel. And it's an early sent through to O'Brien, but look at the speed. And now Alba is going to come, but could she get it upfield? She couldn't. Good work, Macheo. Infield she goes with it. They're just playing with it right now, and just trying to open up the opposition. Great ball, gets it on, just left-footed shot, but no real power behind it. And Macheo had worked her way into a good position, but not able to do it. And it's going to take something to beat Garcia in goal. As you can tell, she does have a good delivery on the volley. And another one played into the direction of Torres. So Michio trying to get it, but she will leave it for Molina. Two tries to get it upfield quickly, but it's not going there as well. Hidalgo battling for it in the middle of the park. There is the captain, Linez. She now gets it there. Chamorro taking her time, trying to play that outside of the foot pass, but I don't think it was well read in the end. So no goals yet, 23 minutes, almost 24 minutes going in this encounter. It's a good one. Both teams locked on 6 points. And both teams looking like they mean business here today as well. Good work again from Torres. Plays a nice little ball inside. She gets the return. Can she provide another one? This time she decides to go to goal. And no harm done in that one. Cyprian getting the header out. Here is Chamorro. Good skill now. Chamorro goes forward looking for some kind of opportunity to run maybe at her opponents. Still fanning her way through. Is trying to go around Badia, but lost out. Puerto Rico now starting to move forward. Brilliant work again by Macheo. Goes in, but again it's a strong tackle. Again coming from the middle of the park from Hidalgo. And the crowd's loving it. Well, that was a bad miss, but eventually tidied up. It's another one thrown in quickly there, trying to get Ramirez going. She's still going, and eventually she loses out there. Suarez covering nicely. Good patience again being shown by Puerto Rico, cutting in one but loses out, and picked up quickly. Lainez and company. Here is Torres looking to knife her way through. And there's a chance and it scores! Well. Ramirez took it off the legs of the goalkeeper and right on the line. It just rolled over the line. Well. The Dominican Republic stunned Puerto Rico as they take on the lead here. So again, after 28 minutes, 1-0 to the Dominican Republic, and it's the ever-present Delilah Antonini Ramirez. So lovely ball played inside. Opportunities here, but straight at the goalkeeper. It's a fierce battle in midfield. They're not giving them much to work with. Chamorro, she loses out. Still going though. And now they get the handle on it. Trying to get her teammate to play on the inside, but well read. Again. Ball taken away, and they give it right back. Here's Ramirez, the goal scorer. And still battling though. She's not giving up. Gets a shot off. And showing real determination here. Cyprian doing well, and eventually it's taken over the line. So it's going to be another throw-in taken quickly, but again, the Dominican Republic, they are just out hustling Puerto Rico right now. Not giving them opportunities to dwell on the ball at all. Here again is a chance, but again, Chamorro just not able to hold on to it. Still going. And that's going to be a free kick. So, Camelia Olivia Morel winning that free kick, and now it's an opportunity for them to try to take an even bigger lead. Hidalgo thought about going forward, then they pull her back, so it's really just one attacker staying up. 3 defenders back there. Here's another one, a low and hard, but it's bubbled by the goalkeeper, and that is 2. Goal number 2. Again, the shot taken, and there she was on spot to drill it home. Santana Griffin in the 32nd minute. So Samantha Santana Griffin doubling the delight for the Dominican Republic, and now they've really given themselves a big chance here. Again, Ramirez trying to play that one through, but well read by Diaz as she's coming into the game now and trying her best here. Camila Morel trying to get involved as well. She's been sort of languishing out there on the flanks of the field. Early ball in, played very well once again from Macheo. The return ball there, but Torres has some work to do. because going down that side, and that's a brilliant tackle, kept in nicely. Referee says play on, and then they just give it away. And it looks as if Molina stayed down after that challenge. Actually was a good bit of work coming from Torres, who had to run a long way back. You can see a picture of her there. She's tired because she sprinted nearly half the field to get to put in that tackle. And she stopped her opponents dead in the tracks there, Molina, and she's still down. After all her exertions there. You look at it again, she's still going, and then she took off again, but Torres never gave up. She kept going and coming in, and then there were two persons tackling there as well. Hidalgo also got involved, and that's the effect of that sort of double-fisted challenge. So the Dominican Republic really enjoying this turn of events here. It was goalless for a long while, but then in the 28th minute, Delilah Antonini Ramirez made it 1-0, and then in the 32nd minute, again, Ramirez stole it from the goalkeeper, who was just sort of dwelling on the ball there, Valeria Morale, and she just took it off her legs, almost on the line, on the goal line, and then Samantha Griffin did the unthinkable. That's if you're a Puerto Rican fan. She was able to squeeze one home and made it 2-0. So now opportunities are plenty here. Smith plays this one in, and eventually it's cleared away by Alba. Get it up here. Look who's running free there, and that of course is Ramirez. She's here, there, and everywhere, taking control, and that's a ball played out on that far side, but that's Morale. Morale, can she get there? Cannot. Good work by Dorsey for Puerto Rico. They trail 2-0. The defending champions stunned, at least for the moment anyway. Again, here is Torres. Using her wide body to good effect there. Just shielding off her opponent. So we into added on time here. 3 minutes of added on time. Alba inching for somebody to throw it at, and again trying her best there to get in. She's already picked one pocket, that of the goalkeeper, and I'm sure she would want to do it again. A little bit of 6-1, half a dozen of the other. Neither one of them seem to know who wants the ball. Cyprian, and now a chance here, but this is going to take some getting, and Smith never had a chance. So 2-0, and the ball played out wide, trying to keep it in play, and kept alive by the Puerto Rican defense. Suarez is back there. She's bringing it forward. That's picked up nicely there by Macheo. Macheo cuts inside, and they still have possession. Here's Smith, or rather it's taken away from here. Galiete was the one trying to knife her way in, and here they come now. That's a great ball, played into space. He's on the roof, scores! Well. Brilliant football. A wonderful pass by Chamorro. That's the first thing. And then what a finish from Ramirez. In time added on, it's now 3-0. in favor of the Dominican Republic. There's their support, and they're loving it, the Dominican Republic. In fact, when they were here last, the men's team in the club challenge, the club shield, they won the tournament. So the Dominican Republic have had good success here in Trinidad, and it continues right now because their ladies are leading the defending champions Puerto Rico by 3-0 at the half. Delilah Antonini Ramirez in the 28th, Samantha Griffin in the 32nd, and Delilah Antonini Ramirez again in the 38th minute to make it 3-0 at the interval.
Not simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it. Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do. Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game.
Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the war.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Protection that moves to your beat. Protect your home with Armor Security. With 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response, you and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security. We keep your rhythm flowing. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
As we get ready for second half action in this encounter, let me just remind you that it's with the compliments of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, the Caribbean Football Union, and Flo, our media partner, bringing you all the images and taking them all around the world. And of course, our partner with FIFA on the Women's Development Program, all those referees and assistant referees you're seeing there, they've been working assiduously under that FIFA development program. It's 3-0 at the interval, and we are seeing a couple changes being made. And so Idalo is off, and coming on is Lechia. And also entering the fray is Gia Marie Rodriguez. So here we go, second half action now. Can Puerto Rico pull themselves back here and get cracking? It's a long way back. They're trailing by 3-0. And do they have it in them? Do they have that fighting spirit? Do they have that champion pedigree? They are the defending champions. So now it's a question of, can they really pick themselves up here and do something special, because they're going to need it. Still, the ball just keep pinging around. Nobody is really settled into a groove yet in the second half. So 3-0 again. The 28th minute, Delilah Antonini Ramirez. 32nd, Samantha Antona Griffin. And in the 30th minute, Delilah Antonini again. So in added on time, she made it 3-0, and that's the big cushion that they enjoy at this stage now. Can they get back though? Puerto Rico. Not there, because goalkeeper Garcia has been terrific all tournament long. Here's her opposite number, though, Morale, coming out of her land, Del Moral. And a great patience. And almost caught in possession. In fact, she was caught in possession, and now it's up to Griffin at the back, who scored that goal, that second goal, and it was up to her to come and tidy up for her team. Ball played out on that far side there where Molina is. She was just upended by Torres, and the referee Hood just having a word. The two players actually shook hands, so no love lost between them, and but the referee, of course, keeping close tabs. So here we go now, a chance to really put this one, bring it to life again by probably getting a goal back. Puerto Rico, they in blue, here they go. That's a great ball, and the goalkeeper is coming, and it eventually runs all the way through. The referee still allowing play to continue. The shot, and it took a deflection but easily handled by Valeria Morale, who was beaten initially, but boy, she recovered quickly and was able to pull her back. They're playing for a handle ball. The referee says play on. That's a tough ball. That's played down to the extremities of the field to the corner flag, which is a good idea, but you also have to test the speed of your teammate. You got the bounce. Just took it away from Morale. Then she had to scramble back. But then when they got the loose ball, it came all the way back to Macheo, and her shot blocked, and a simple take for a recovering Morale. So now the Dominican Republic, you can see their coach really animated here. They know they're on the verge of a big upset here. And the referee trying to figure out who is going to come off. In fact, she's asked them to wait before making the substitution. Alba does well to get there, and there is an opportunity there for them to win it back, and they do very well with it. Lachia getting involved, but they get it back to Macheo. Trying her best here now to knife something forward, and it's taken away. Diaz coming back in it now. Torres, Alba. Off the legs of Diaz it goes, and now they're going to make the substitution, Puerto Rico. And it looks as if Galiete is coming off, and number 19, Lismarie Espinoza. She comes on, but again, here's Espinoza getting her first touch. Suarez scampering forward there. They're going to leave it for the goalkeeper, and again, Morale does very well, or rather I should say Garcia does very well, gets out there and banging it downfield. And this is the Puerto Rican bench a little bit stunned right now, and I don't think they ever envisioned this scoreline. Now they're just moving it around. Suarez, Badia, and it goes to Espinoza. She decides to go back with it, and it's one back in midfield though, so they're still battling there hard. Rosemary Rivera is also on the field wearing the number 3 shirt, and here's a bit of a tussle as they battle hard, and the referee allowing them to play, but then she realizes that there was plenty of holding there. So 42 and a half minutes gone. Still plenty of time. And there we see more support coming for Puerto Rico, as we have a tambourine band and some late arrivals, and they are just turning up the music here. They are just having a ball, literally. Great little ball inside, but taken away. And now a chance for them to come forward. Look at who has it. She's been here, there, and everywhere. Can Alba return the favor? Alba plays it up to Torres. Torres trying to keep the handle on it, and loses out in the process. So really a tough, a bit of a handful here. Badia trying hard to keep everything in front of her. Torres again, can she keep it in? But taken away nicely by Dorsey. Alba again. Probably needs to just relax sometimes. She could have played that ball back to her central defenders because they were facing her. She didn't have to try to turn around and play the ball up to the side of the field. And I would imagine the coach, Olivia Isabella Santana Cuevas and company, must be very happy. Still Suarez pushing forward. Coming up there now is Rivera. Plays the ball forward, and that is the infringement. A little nudge in the back. So, a great showcase for women's football. This is an exciting game, but it's a technical game as well. You've seen a lot of skilled players about the field, and you're also seeing a lot of heart and desire. And that's all coaches can ask for. That players give their all, no matter what the scoreline. Here is Alba again. And that's a favorite play, but sometimes she could actually do it differently and turn it the other way and just play it back, keep possession. But she's persistent with getting it downfield, and we're gonna have another substitution. And look at who's coming off though, Ramirez. And coming on in her place is Gomez. Nansef Gomez. So now a chance, but again, good defending back there. Castillo, sturdy and strong. That's a great ball in the turn though, but she turns into traffic. And Torres on the march here, trying to keep it in. Well, once she allowed it to go past her, it was always going to be a bit of a foot race for her to keep it in. But certainly opportunity now for the Dominican Republic to probably just kill some time, make life difficult for Puerto Rico as possible. Good combination play as Espinosa spreads it wide once again as they get it over there to Rivera. And now a chance. Hook back, but nobody home. Alba is going to react first. So another throw-in taken quickly. And a good combination once again. Just moving the ball around nicely, and this is what they started off doing, and then they kind of lost the plot a little bit here. Suarez now looking up to her right. See, she has early support out there, but that's Rivera, the substitute. And another opportunity though, but again, Castillo strong and as sturdy as a wall, and not giving away anything. And here is the young lady Chamorro. She's done very well indeed, and still battling in the middle and trying her best to keep it alive. She's just come on, and Lechia, they're still just attacking everything. Lovely football again from Morale. She's been beaten 3 times, but she's kept her head up, and they need her to. Once again, that is good defending there from Castillo, keeping it alive and giving her team something to work with. Gomez plays a lovely little ball, and she runs into some problems there though. Didn't really see the opponent. That was Rodriguez rather. Here's Chamorro doing very well and trying her best to get it, but Chamorro just trying to get the team to slow it down a little bit and save as much energy as possible. But they've done very, very well. Both teams. Take away the 3-goal scoreline, and this game would have been a real keen contest. It's still keen. It's not like Puerto Rico has thrown in the sponge, but it's just that it's so tough for them. The Dominican Republic, they look rehearsed. They look much improved from when they started the tournament. They're sturdy at the back, and they're very, very well organized as well. Here is Leche doing very well. Rodriguez coming for it, plays a nice little ball across, and back with Alba. It comes now, and she does the smart thing. She gets it back to her goalkeeper, and as the defense pushes out, it's played back in midfield. But it's not going to get there. That's again good football. Once again, Diaz taking on Alba. Can she get the cross? And she refuses to hit the ball across. And now she's having to run with it. And the little starboard goal there ends up in knots because it was just a quick way. Zoe Aguayo. Now we know Zoe Aguayo could score goals. She's demonstrated that time and again. And can just right in off the ball. She's so light that they're able to just bounce Gomez off the ball. And speaking of being light and bouncing people off the ball, there is Castillo with a brilliant defensive play, stopping her opponents dead in her tracks there. She's been as strong as a wall, as they say, and as sturdy as any that we've seen in the tournament so far. We've seen some good defenders throughout, but it's going to be a period for them to take a little bit of a breather. 52 minutes gone. It's still 3-0 in favor of the Dominican Republic, and their vuvuzelas are sounding a little bit louder than the Puerto Rican scratchers and tambourine. Must have been stunned when they see that scoreline. But who knows, somebody. And remember, look at coming up. So the referee Hood, has taken the players back out in the middle. So it's a throw-in to the Dominican Republic. Alba, who has had a good game. She's seen a fair amount of the ball. Renata Pamela Rodriguez Alba. So now here goes Torres looking for something. She should have played that a little more fluently to just help her teammate off. But here's a chance going in the area. Should she get it back? She decides to try to scoop it over the keeper and went it alone, and it didn't work out for her on that occasion. Lecce would probably want that back. So again, the tempo picking back up after the little refreshment break. But it's still that 3-goal cushion that is a mountain to climb for Puerto Rico right now. Still, Chamorro doing very well, trying to get the cross in, and it's going to be a goal kick, or a throw-in rather. And then another opportunity, but just Torres was just sneaking in from an offside position there. And was actually caught just napping there just a little bit. Now a chance here. Can they get the ball into her? She's doing very well and keeping her on side and not releasing the ball. But she does now, and that's good football. Can the skipper get it done? Here's Chamorro. Plays a nice little ball to Torres. Torres now looking up. Can she return the favor? Too far across everybody, but a chance. And goes up, and over. But Rodriguez started it. Dribbled away into a good position, passed it off, but she couldn't, when it came back to her, she couldn't finish it on. And that's way too early because they're not going to get there. Again, good job, but I don't think they should be playing those balls to Torres right now because she's not. They're asking her to do an awful lot of running, and I think she's better off when you can play it at her feet and allow her to do her stuff that way. Yeah, good dribbling, but it's now or never for them. And once again, the ball is picked up And that's not the ball that they needed to play. She could have waited. She had time. Rodriguez though just hammered in the process, and away we go now with a break ball. Diaz plays a lovely little ball out to the flanks. Here's the cross, and handled beautifully. And Cypria does well now. Another great ball played upfield, but it's plenty of running. That one is going to lead her into the space there. Badia is back there and helping out, doing very well. The two substitutes linking up beautifully. Still trying there. There's Gomez. Plays it, and Cyprian finally gets it forward. Opportunity there for them to pick it up and bring it forward. Linez. Up it goes to Perez, but she's Torres taking her time, and Chamorro turns one, still going, looking to go through that space, but she's so light. They're just leaning on her. Is going to cause problems. She has a ball just over the top. It was hit on the turn. Brilliant football, and just too high. And that was good thinking there on the part of Lechia. She's small, she's slight of frame, but boy, she has a brain on there. So we have the substitutes. And Alba is coming off. And also coming off is Chamorro, who has had another monster game. And so they have been replaced by Santelis. We also see a couple changes being made for the Puerto Ricans. So they really want to see if they could build up something. And Torres just creating enough problems there. And we'll try to run it down. And eventually it's taken over the line. So quite a few changes from both teams, from the ones that started the game. So they really need something going here, but nothing is forthcoming for Puerto Rico. And they were really huffing and puffing earlier, but didn't get anything going. And now in the second half, time working against them here to try to get back in this position. And here is Tavares. So another corner kick for them. And it looks like it's going to be Rodriguez. Zia Marie Fernandez Rodriguez is going to do the honors. So the bench is really looking very, very grim at the moment, the Puerto Rican bench. But they must be comforted with the news that they've already qualified for the semis. Torres trying her best here to run some time. And Rodriguez comes in and does the same thing. And that's just the comfort level that they have. In terms of their understanding. Still, nothing Puerto Rico does right now is helping them to sort of ease the pressure. And that's because the Dominican Republic, they put together a nice game plan, they stuck to it. And they're not moving from it right now. So it's still anybody's opportunity there. So again, all the loose balls right now are just falling for the Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico desperately needs something. And she stayed down after the challenge, so the referee obviously compelled to have to do something about it. So you could just hear the vuvuzelas and all the supporters. 67 minutes, almost 67 and a half minutes gone in this game. And they are enjoying themselves because they know they're just moments away from registering one massive victory over one of the pre-tournament favorites coming in, the defending champions, Puerto Rico. And you can see her, she's very light, so it doesn't take much to. She came on as a substitute a short while ago, and of course we saw her technique very well, Gomez, but it's almost always going to be up. She's almost always going to be up against it, especially because of her lack of size. Torres trying to go past two players, but taking too long to do so. And Castillo again, solid as a rock at the back there. Snuffs out that latest challenge. And here's another, just a little lean on the shoulder. And away we go. Lainez plays it down to Torres. Opportunity again, but the defense just doing enough here now. I suppose it will be a small victory if they could deny the Dominican Republic a fourth goal. So it would mean that they didn't score in the second half. Here is Rodriguez again trying to keep the ball and deny Puerto Rico opportunities to go forward. Again, they're just running the clock, keeping the ball deep in Puerto Rico's half, which is good, sensible football. And there's not much that the Puerto Ricans can do about it. They really look deflated right now. They're not sure what hit them. And here she is again, Gomez back on her feet and almost squeezing off another shot. So again, another wonderful display. But is it going to be enough for them to come back and win the title? You know, Puerto Rico, they may very well meet again later on in the tournament, possibly in the final. And that's not out of the realm of possibility. And I'm sure if that happens, then Puerto Rico will be hoping for a much different outcome. And, but as far as the Dominican Republic is concerned, they will feel more of the same from them. Again, it's this one is just trickling wide, but the goalkeeper again had it covered. She just went there probably just to make absolutely certain, but it's not happening for Puerto Rico. Everything they try just seemed a little bit off today. And I'm sure they'll want to forget this game as quickly as possible and prepare for semifinals. On Friday, the Dominican Republic, their supporters are trying to get closer and closer to the field so they could really salute the players. Of course, many of them are parents supporting their children, which is good to see. Still, it's intercepted once again, and another lovely ball played to there, but again, because of her lack of speed, you almost always have to play her the ball at her feet. You can't ask her to run too much. She's not going to be able to keep up with that tempo. And it's just changing hands now. Here's Rodriguez. She's had a good stint since coming on. Still going. Plays a reverse ball there now, Torres. She just doesn't have the legs right now. And you could tell she's basically ran herself ragged. At the other end, though, it's not happening. The defense holding steady and basically just locking them up. And the referee is calling for the medical team to assist because Torres stayed down after the incident. So what a wonderful display this has been from the Dominican, from both teams, it has to be said. You saw good ball control, you saw girls not afraid to head the ball, you saw good goalkeeping, you saw good distribution of the ball out to the back, you saw good passing. Not all of them on target, of course. It's a game of football, so that will happen. But in the main, you saw the intention. And I think if you're a football fan, especially a fan of women's football, you would be very pleased with what you saw here today, regardless of who won this game. But I think in the main, it has been a really good. Puerto Rico started well. They looked like they were in the mood until they started leaking goals. And in the 28th minute, Delilah Antonini Ramirez took one off the keeper's legs. Morale was trying to dribble across her goal to play it maybe to her wingback. But before she could squeeze off the shot, that was that. So that is the final whistle in this encounter. And it ends in a 3-0 final score in favor of the Dominican Republic. And just hear the vuvuzelas. Pleased as punch, that's what they're saying. And they went very close now to the railing so they could get even closer to their players, so they could feel the love from their supporters as they make their way off the field. And what a performance this has been. I really don't think too many people expected this, but it certainly was. It's the one that they wanted to win, and it's the one that they ended up winning. And boy, did they win it in some style. 3-0, the final score. And I think it's fair to say that's a good reflection. There's the opening goal as, again, Antonini Ramirez stole it from the goalkeeper and got it over the line. Then this one, another one bobbled by the keeper. And there was the big defender right on spot, Griffin, to tap it home to make it 2-0 in the 32nd minute. And then on spot again with a beautiful chip, Delilah Antonini Ramirez with her second and the third for the Dominican Republic. That made it 3-0 at the half. Try as they did, this one came close in the second half, but not close enough, because eventually when the shot came, no problems. And again, at the other end, they were kept honest by the persistent attacks from the Dominican Republic. The girls in white seemed to have this one all sewn up, and everything was coming from distance, but to no avail. 3-0, the final score here. The Dominican Republic over Puerto Rico in this one. So no goals in the second half, and they'll certainly celebrate this for some time to come. Okay, thank you very much. Well, we're joined by Delilah Rose, Antonini Ramirez. Congratulations to you. How are you feeling?
Very good. I'm very happy that my team won and we won the plate too, so I'm very happy for my team and my teammates.
Well, that's good. Well, you already are short of a place in the semifinals before this game anyway, but you really put on a performance that you really wanted to win this game.
Yes, we did. Really show that Dominicans are better.
Yeah, that's good. And what does it feel like? What does it mean to beat a team like Puerto Rico, the defending champions?
It feels like there can be more than just one winner, and that history can change, and that there can always be a different ending to a story. Yeah.
But no, you may actually meet them again, but you might have to meet them in the final, if providing both of you all win your semi-final games and advance to the final. How you feel about that prospect? Because you know they will plan for you a little differently now.
I'm very excited and I'm ready for the challenge.
Okay, congratulations again, and hope you guys continue winning.
Thank you.
Okay, well, there you have it. The goal scorer, they scored two of the three goals today to help a team get a big 3-0 victory. So that's it. The Dominican Republic over Puerto Rico 3-0, the final score in this one. Of course, coming up in a short while, we have St. Kitts and Nevis and Bonaire. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, of course, the Caribbean Football Union, and Flow, our media partner, who's making it all possible to bring you all these images around the world. And not to forget, FIFA. We're partnering with FIFA as they continue with the development program, assisting our referees and our officials and referees assistants as well. So that's the situation here. Again, 3-0 to the Dominican Republic over Puerto Rico.
That's simply about how many games you win, but more about how many lives you touch. This is why we do it. Because football is life.
Because we know firsthand the power football can positively change lives.
Because there's nothing else we'd rather do. Because our hearts beat football.
Because there's nothing quite like representing your country.
For the love of the game.
Por el amor.
Pour l'amour.
I'd leave the war.
For the love of the beautiful game.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.